Some teachers will be carrying guns along with books in Blanchester schools next fall.
The school board has now approved training select staff members to carry concealed weapons on school grounds. And that training is going to focus on active killer response, medical trauma care, mindset, and general school safety and security. 9 on your side's Paola Suro explains how this will work.
Well, the Blanchester Local School District Board of Education unanimously passed a resolution Monday night that will allow trained staff members to carry firearms on its campus. And a former teacher there tells me it's for the better. Brandon Salmons taught at Blanchester schools for 2 years, then was a football coach for 3 more before leaving.
That was a conversation that my building principal had had with me, and I told her I'd be open to going through the process and doing the training and getting certified. At
the time, he was one of the staff members asked to carry a firearm to protect students voluntarily.
If it means that I can protect a friend's daughter or somebody that I know, their child, I'd 100% be for that.
In a press release, Blanchester Local School District Superintendent Dean Lynch wrote, "This resolution will allow a select group of trained staff members to carry concealed weapons. They will be required to complete training through the Premier Shooting and Training Center in Westchester before then."
As long as the people that are going to volunteer for that qualification are certified and go through training and the right mental state.
Superintendent Lynch added training will focus on active killer response, medical trauma care, mindset, and general school safety and security. Individuals will also be required to work closely with the local police department and participate in ongoing training.
If you got some teachers that are protecting kids that someone comes in, doesn't know who might, then I think it might cut off some people that on the rare occasion that someone's thinking about it.
House Bill 318 will provide funding for the training. That's the school safety training grant distributed through Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine in September.
I care about this district, care about these kids, and I just really want to try to keep them safe.
Cross-county lines from Blanchester and Clinton County to Manchester and Adams County, and the talks are the same.
Our elementary building, they all have windows outside. That building became occupied in 2008. That was intended to be a good thing. Fast forward 10 years later, those windows are a nuisance. That's how the times change.
That's why Superintendent Brian Rao is planning on meeting with more community members and groups in the hopes of passing a resolution around the springtime, allowing 5 staff members to carry firearms. Meanwhile, in Blanchester, training will take place over the summer, and the board plans on authorizing any staff member who has been trained to carry weapons starting in the fall as students head back to school. In Blanchester, Paola Suro, 9 on your side.
A federal judge ruled that police in Parkland, Florida were not constitutionally obligated to protect students during a school shooting in February. 15 students say they suffered psychological injuries and that the Broward School District and Sheriff's Office failed to protect them from a gunman. The judge ultimately sided with the defendants, including the Broward County School Superintendent, Broward County Sheriff, and a former school resource officer. The judge claims the students are not in a custodial relationship with the state, so there is no duty under the Constitution to provide for their safety.
Today, a government panel is making recommendations on how to address school shootings. This report has guidelines for schools to arm, quote, highly trained school personnel. The School Safety Commission does not recommend any major changes to gun laws. Instead, it encourages states to allow courts to temporarily take guns away from people who pose a danger. The report also calls for better access to mental health services. A father who lost his son in the Parkland High School shooting came to the White House to show his support.
It highlights all the great features that Colorado is doing, that Michigan is doing, and Ohio is doing.
The report suggests the news media not mention the name or even show pictures of suspects in mass shootings. The School Safety Commission was formed after the Parkland school shooting.